Welcome to the Retirement Channel once again. My name is Angel Torres. I'm a chartered financial consultant and also financial planner, and I work a lot with my clients in retirement strategies. The company that I provide service is called New Horizon MC, and we are located at www.newhorizon.net. And if you like the contents of our discussion, please subscribe to my channel right in this particular area right here. So I sit down a lot with my clients, and the many questions come out when we talk with our spouse. So upon death, your spouse will ask 4 questions. How much life insurance do we have? How long will the dollars last? Will be able to stay at home? Will our children be able to stay in school? So as we address these type of questions, you should be asking your financial advisors the following questions. You gotta ask your financial advisors. So tell me about your understanding about life insurance. How does it work? And let them go to explanations and details about that. What is your philosophy about life insurance? What are your thoughts around life insurance? Maybe a lot of people have negative opinions about that, believe it or not. What are your thoughts around cash value life insurances? How do you determine how much life insurance do we need? I want to talk about specific risk. There are 3 items or 4 items that we need to be talking about when we're in retirement process, okay, or looking into retirement. Longevity. Longevity is the killer of retirement. Today, people could outlive their retirement funds. They can last to about 100 years old. And longevity is living too long. The market, interest rate volatility, okay? Withdrawal rate risk. Sometimes we say, oh, I'm just going to draw 4%, 5%. Will my investments allow to draw this constantly? And let's not forget about inflation. I want to talk to you about these are type of questions and dialogues I go with my clients. It says the longevity solutions that we need to address. So to defer the risk, we should be deferring Social Security. Why do we have to jump the gun immediately and start at 62 years old? You're losing tons of money, about 30% there, to the full retirement age of 67 years old. Life annuity from an employer retirement plans. As we continue working, we have to continue maximizing our 401k, 413, 457 plans. Okay, those are lifetime annuities right there. So immediate life annuities, deferred income annuities, and life insurance contract. These are the type of areas we need to address if we're going to go to at least go against our longevity solutions. One of the areas that we also look at is for income for indefinite period is reverse mortgage. Now, reverse mortgage has been around for many, many years, and sometimes has negative thoughts about that. But actually, it's a really good tool you should have for retirement. Do I have spare rooms in my house that I could utilize for rental income? Should I invest in dividend stocks? Yeah. Where are they? How risky are they? Business interests. Should I look into business interests by myself or my partner? And what areas I should be looking at? Also, you got to be looking at areas that when the withdrawal rates tied to your retirement lifespan. Usually one will start with a withdrawal rate of 4%, 3.5%, but as the market turns these days, you're going to have to adjust immediately your one of the areas I talk with my clients is why you have to take Social Security so early. I mean, think of it. So the minimum people receive is about $1,500 per month. Multiply that by 12, it's about $18,000. Give that 25 years or so, period, and that becomes about $450,000. However, if you do wait until retirement age of 67, it's totally different, the amount. On average, you receive 2,338, that by 12, and that gives you about $28,000. Multiply that by 25, that's $701,000. What a big difference. Compare that. So why shouldn't you wait to at least 67 unless you desperately need funds immediately? One area you need to consider, you need to sit down and you need to consider the time zones. Okay, we're going to go about three time zones. The first time zone is your go-go years. This is when we're still strong. We feel that we could travel around the world and have the world in front of us. So, but you need to also consider there's going to be slow-go years. This is when you have moderate limitations. It could occur problems with your relationship. You could have problems in retirement funding. You could suffer an accident. And the other one, and the last stage you need to consider is the no-go years. This client experienced significant limitations. Okay, you need a nursing home. You need to obtain a caregiver. So these are the areas that you get to sit down and says, at what stage do I need to be in? Okay, when I'm in full retirement planning mode. So this is why we need to start developing a plan. We need to educate ourselves and learn about the areas that will affect us during the retirement. We need to take an inventory of our resources, about our pensions, our long-term care insurance, our estate planning process. And do we have that under control? Consider how income strategies address the risk. Probably choose products that may require third-party handle to some of these, specifically the area of pension and long-term care. Choose strategies like deferred Social Security that we just previously talked about. Risk offers address usually multiple products and strategies. Constrained funding, limited resources. Diversification that brings their own benefits. So ensure a plan is implemented and definitely stay on track. You can lose track immediately. Right now, these days, the stock market is going up and down, inflation, all that, but stay the course. I talked about this in previous segments, emergency funds, but we need to have a contingency fund. So create a portfolio that you don't need to touch until later years in retirement. Those are the bucket strategy, putting money in these later outer years, ladder bonds approach. Create a contingency fund with diversified portfolio. Consider, and I definitely would you consider Roth IRAs when you're in the process of retirement. How to transfer my 401k to my Roth IRAs that doesn't have implications of taxes after 59 and a half years old. Withdrawals from my permanent life insurance contracts. Loan for my reverse mortgage credit if I want to consider that target. So these are contingency funds that you should have in your tool. Let's continue some risk that we need to address. So excess of withdrawal risk, which is highly in the top level of risk that retirees go through. So risk of withdrawing too much when the market is volatile. Factors that we need to consider: no planning, no advisor. Bad planning, don't take advantage of the research. If you don't research, if you don't go to a planner that understands what's happening today in the market, then that will go definitely against you. Lack of discipline. Clients can't determine plan by spending too much. They don't understand why you do that. So there are solutions down the road And I do consider to talk to your financial advisor and put out a financial plan or financial roadmap. Good planning, limited withdrawals or just withdrawals based on market conditions is one area they should be looking at. Locking to avoid risk, income annuities, income riders, bond ladders. There are many strategies you should be looking at, but the key is here, how do I address longevity? That is the key to have funds in my golden years. So if, again, if you like the contents, there are many areas I'll be talking about. Subscribe to my channel, leave me your comments, and please do not forget to look at the website, www.newhorizonmc. And I suggest have a half an hour conversation with me to understand your situation and how can we do a plan. So thank you for tuning in.